Alright guys, I am back with video number 2, and this video will be answering questions that you all asked me a few weeks ago. I have them all in this little jar. Not a lot of people ask me questions, but we'll just see. We'll do what we got. Who's your doctor and where are you delivering? I am seeing Dr. Thomas, and I'll be delivering at CMC Women's and Children's. Question number 2. Was your pregnancy planned? Not in ours. Not in mine, but it was definitely in God's plan, so that's all that matters. How bad was the morning sickness? I didn't have morning sickness. I never really threw up. I mean, at first I kind of got sick to my stomach, but I never threw up or anything like that. I've had a pretty easy-going pregnancy. I can't complain. Alright. How are you managing school, a relationship, and your pregnancy? This semester with the COVID, I did all virtual. So I just meet online at home, and I only have classes only like normally in the mornings every day normally. So I had the rest of the day to see Cameron or go to work or anything else I want to do, hang out with friends. How did your appetite change? I eat a lot. I'm always hungry. Like always. And my doctor told me not to eat for 2 because I'm not eating for 2 and I needed to control myself. So it's really hard not to eat everything in my cabinet, but that's how it's changed. I want to eat all the time, constantly. And I'm addicted to chocolate, so not good. But I haven't gained much weight with this pregnancy, so we're good. How far along were you when you found out? I was 3 weeks when I found out, and I had my first ultrasound. I had my first appointment when I was 5 weeks, had my first ultrasound at 8. How did you figure out you were pregnant? I took a pregnancy test in my house downstairs, and as soon as I peed on it, it had 2 lines. Yeah, that's how I found out. Peed on a stick. Came out positive. And then I guess to confirm that I was pregnant, my 5-week appointment, they made me pee and they said I was pregnant. Do you have any names picked out? I had that question asked a lot, so. We have a few names picked out, but nothing's certain. We're not certain yet. And I kind of want it to be a surprise, like whenever he gets here, that's the first time everyone hears his name. So, yeah, it's exciting. But no, we like Grayson. And then the middle name's going to be John, after my papa Barnett. But that's the only permanent name, like, that we can come up with. What was your first reaction when you found out you were pregnant? I was just in shock. I was like, oh, okay. What made you take a pregnancy test? I track my periods on an app, and I was 5 days late, and I'm never late to my period. And so, yeah. I took a pregnancy test a week before my period was supposed to start, and it came out negative, but I was having, like, my breasts were really tender, my face was breaking out, and I was kind of feeling sick, so I took a test, and it came out negative, and then my period was supposed to come, and it didn't. So it was supposed to start like Monday, and then that Friday I took a test, and it came out positive. Do you plan on doing an all-natural birth or getting an epidural? I plan on getting an epidural, but I am terrified of the epidural as well, but I'm terrified of natural birth, so I'll probably be getting an epidural, most likely. But then again, I've heard epidurals can fail and not really work, and you can feel it anyways. So I went through the pain of having an epidural and childbirth, so it's great. I don't know what's up. I'm scared. I'm terrified. What sleeping position has worked best for you? When I was first pregnant, I favored my right side. I could get comfortable on my right side the most. I like laying on my back because my sides get tired when I switch from side to side. But laying on your back's not good for the baby. It cuts off the oxygen that it gets. But he also gets very irritated when I lay on my back, so I like to do it and I can feel him. And he starts moving around because he gets irritated. But you're supposed to lay on your left side, especially like once I got farther along and stuff. I started sleeping on my left side, so it's more better for him and stuff, so he gets all the stuff he needs. Any weird food cravings? I don't like food like that. Like I'm a very picky eater. Like, yes, I'm hungry all the time and I want to eat, but I haven't craved anything besides I've craved one thing, and it's ramen noodles, and my doctor told me I wasn't allowed to have them because they're unhealthy. And that's the only thing I've craved besides chocolate, but I always craved chocolate before I was even pregnant, so I don't think anything's changed, like food craving wise. How did you do your gender reveal? If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you can see that we did it in Cameron's Maserati. It came out the exhaust. We put powder, my dad put powder on the exhaust, and it blew out. How did you tell your parents? I did not tell my dad. He found out on his own, because one day he was like, hey, have you started your period? And I was like, yeah, I did. And he was taking out the trash, and he was like, I thought you started your period. And I was like, I did. And he's like, just kind of side-eyed me. And I was at work, and he texted me, and he was like, did you really buy a pregnancy test when you went to the store the other day? And I was like, no, why? And he was like, you're pregnant, aren't you? And he just found out himself, and I was like, I denied it for a good minute. But he knew. He already knew. I didn't have to tell him. Hi to my mom. Well, my dad wanted me to wait so I didn't ruin vacation or family functions. And we were sitting in the living room after my sister had left from out of town. She was going back home, and we were sitting in the living room, and Dad was like, she's something to tell you. And I was like, don't put me on the spot like that. And I was like, I don't know. And I was like mumbling around, and he's the one who was like, she's pregnant. And she was like, and I was like, yeah, terrifying moment. Okay. But she's doing better now. They're doing better. Have you been working out since you've been pregnant? I've had that question asked a lot, and I don't know why. But I was told by my doctor that exercise is very, very, very important while being pregnant, but I was too afraid of putting too much stress on the baby. He said as long as my heart rate doesn't go above 160, the baby will be fine. I don't exactly work out like I did. Like, I don't do actual workout to build muscle. All I do is walk for about 30 minutes a day or more. And that's easy with a dog because I can just take her on a 30-minute walk. But I do try to get a walk in every day so I don't gain too much weight and I can stay active, and it really is healthy for the baby. Have you felt the baby move? If so, what does it feel like? I personally started feeling the baby move at 19 weeks. I'm now at 24, 25 tomorrow. So I could feel him move at 19. People can feel him move. Nobody's actually felt him move yet because he's stubborn and he doesn't want to move for anyone besides me. But you can see him starting, you can start seeing him 23 weeks. Last week was the first time I could actually like see him move across my stomach. And what does it feel like? I don't, something trying to get out of your stomach and pushing on it. I don't know, like, it's just so weird. It's just like someone's taking their hand on the inside of you and just pushing it. Who was the first person you told? The first person I called was my friend Chelsea. First person I texted about it was my friend Logan. And the first person I told in person was Cameron. Yeah, that's how that went. What's your nursery theme? I can't talk. What is your nursery theme going to be? My nursery theme is going to be elephants, little gray elephants. So cute. I don't know why, but as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I wanted elephants. Boy or girl. I wanted elephants, and it's going to be blue, dark blue, light blue, and gray. And white, I guess. But that's my stuff. Are you going to try and breastfeed? Yes, I want to breastfeed. I've already taken a breastfeeding class. I'm taking all kinds of parenting classes because I'm nervous and new to the parenting life. And I am wanting to breastfeed. I want that experience and bond with my baby. And it's really healthy for him. Which trimester was the hardest for you? I'm in my second trimester. I wouldn't say that any of them have been hard. Something I struggle with is I'm always tired and hungry. So that's a great combination to get big during pregnancy. But I haven't, there's no difference between the first trimester and the second trimester for me. I didn't like, normally if you're sick during the first, it gets better during the second, but I didn't have a change or anything. I've had a good pregnancy, so I can't complain. And how did you tell Cameron? He was dropping me off at work one day, and this is the last question. He was dropping me off at work, and I had been hinting to him all morning that I was like, hey, what would you do if I got pregnant? He was like, I mean, I'd be happy. I'd be good. It'll be cool. And I was nervous, but I had to tell him because I had to share it with somebody, like, that would actually, like, have a feeling towards it. And I was like, I need to tell him. But I wanted to wait and tell him in a cute way, but I didn't. But I told him to turn around. I have a video of it. I'm not posting the video. I have a video of his reaction, but I made him turn around, and I got it out of my backpack. And I held it up, and I was like, hey, turn around. And that's how I told him. And he was like, he didn't know what to say at first, so he turned around, and then afterwards he gave me a big hug, and he was like, I'm so happy and excited. And yeah, that's how I told him. Just held up the pregnancy test. How romantic. I wanted to get him a onesie that said something and it'd be cute, but I didn't. But that's the end. That's the last of my questions. I know, not a lot. But if you all have any more, I'll be putting out another poll on Instagram and Facebook for more questions if you have any after this video. And that's it. Thank you all for watching.